Hey, Shalom, Shalom. This is Mark Yashar of the Power. This is Mark from the Israel from the Ephraim. Before I get started, I'd like to give all praises and honors to my power, Yahweh. Bashim Yahshua, Bashim Rakakadash. We'd like to say Shalom to the Akim Agwa from the Pine that's tuning into this video. That's peace to the brothers, sisters, and the children tuning into this video. I just want to discuss something because you know what's going on right now in the ministry is it's saddening. You know, somebody who has high statures out here talking about, you know, Gentiles can be saved and just being just going off, and people trying to go change the doctrine every once a month, where you know there's only one doctrine. This is what the Bible says. The Bible's not open to private interpretation. It's not nothing that people could just look at one day, but actually I think this is how it goes. So this is how it goes. That's not how that works. And what I want to say is, one, talk about what's going on right now, then also what people could do to, you know, I don't want to can avoid like being sucked into that, right? Now, granted, we all know it's all through the will of Yahweh Yahushai, right? So having good faith with the Lord and continue to do right, which you can, you know, control what you can control, and to do what you can do right, follow the commandments to the best of your abilities, you know, you give yourself a fighting chance. The Lord gives you a fighting chance. We want to start in Zechariah 13:7. Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that is my fellow, saith Adonai Yahweh of hosts. Smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered. Excuse me. I will turn mine hand unto the little ones. That's what's going on right now. You know, first this year it was the one salachya, I don't know his name, where he got utterly exposed, right? Now there's other people going around and making different doctrines, and there's been different other instances that I have seen within my 4 years of being in the truth. There's a different situation where these people are getting exposed, or again, the true characters being shown, right? Or the wicked and the follies being showed, right? And what's happening is the Lord is smiting the shepherd. The people that have all these huge followers, or have people that follow them, are getting, you know, smited or exposed. And now these people that will follow them, that have the right spirit in them, would cease to follow them and try to find somewhere else to get their spiritual food from, or just hop in the Bible themselves, right? Because people that continue to follow these wicked men, they're going to follow these people into a ditch where it says the blind leads the blind into the ditch, right? So that's what's going on right now. You know, every season, every day is shifting season to Yahweh Yahushai. He's shifting the tares out, right, and keeping that wheat, keeping it good. Book of Isaiah chapter 57, so like 53 verse 7. He was oppressed, he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before the shearers is dumb, he opens not his mouth. So it's like, that's actually the wrong precept I wanted. But the precept I was really looking for was that these people that these people out here, these people are following these wicked people, and they're being led into slaughter, right? Because you're going off the wrong doctrine, you're out here, you're sinning. Nothing good is going to come from that. The only thing that's going to come from that is destruction, right? Because you know, sin merits destruction. That's what comes when you transgression law equals destruction, right? So following these wicked people, that's what it's going to come to. That's what's going to happen. The book of 2 Ezra chapter 15 verse 10, and it reads, Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Our people are being led as a flock to the slaughter. And now people see that, and they just believe it's from different you know, religions or different other beliefs, which is true, right? Christianity, all this other stuff, you follow that and it'll lead you into destruction. But also it's people in the ministry that's not preaching the correct doctrine, trying to go off their own doctrine, their own belief systems, and preaching just wayward things. They are also leading our people into slaughter, right? So it's not just people outside the house, it's people in the house as well. And these people, a lot of these people would just like to look over it and be like, shh, they know so much, they can't be going off. Ecclesiasticus chapter 37 verse 19. There is one that is wise and teaches many, and yet unprofitable to himself. These people, they have points where they were high statured men, and they were preaching and teaching a lot of people. And then they, you know, Lord, you know, the Lord puts a spirit on them, where to become basically unprofitable to himself and other people because they're not teaching the right doctrine, right? That pride puffs us up, right? They get prideful. But with knowing that that's the case and something that can happen and it is happening and it probably will continue to happen until we get saved, you have to be able to have discernment to not get caught up in this trap. The book of Proverbs chapter 5 verse 15. Drink waters out of thy own cistern. Waters are thy own running waters are thy own well, right? Where you get your information from, where you learn it from. The one precept says, I'm actually going to pull it up right now. Like I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking for. But essentially, it says have a few. Don't go to multiple different people for this for these councils and different viewpoints. Because these people start going off and teaching what they believe. Find what jives in your spirit. Find what it goes by the book. What people are preaching from the book. If they say something, you should really go to the book and read it. Even what I say. Go double fact check me, because I could be wrong. It says a righteous man slippeth in the tongue, but his heart. I don't know. I am a righteous man, and I am truly a man of the Lord. But you should fact check anybody you're getting your precept or education from. You should go back and look it up in the Bible. You should have the Bible up, and they say when we're preaching, we're gonna go to Nehemiah 8:8. Open up to Nehemiah 8:8 and see what they're saying and read what they're reading, right? Make sure these people are preaching the correct thing. Because now the people out here talking about Gentiles can be saved, which is false. When I say Gentiles, now they are Israelites that are Gentiles because they've been Hellenized or they start to act like they're Gentiles. But these people are talking about heathen Gentiles. They can't be saved, but there are people being pushing it, and it's gonna have people confused and ultimately doing the wrong things. The book of Nehemiah, chapter 8:8. So they read in the book in the law of the power distinctly, and gave the sense and caused them to understand the reading. Be a student. I know from what people do outside for work or anything else. Even growing up, I was an athlete, and they said when you're done, you're not done. You're still a student. You continue to learn what you do. It goes for this. It's a tenfold for this. Continue to learn. People read something, read it cool, okay. Now you go back and read it. Go back and read it. There's not only one, you can make sure that these people are truly preaching the right doctrine, but two, it helps instill you. Helps you reinforce what you're learning, so you don't get tossed to and fro. You don't get confused, because we're going into perilous times. There's a lot of things about to get flipped upside down. The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Blessed are they that read, study, be a student. Continue to build on that. I don't have to desire you, and if you feel like you're lacking in something, you pray for the Lord and you ask. Because again, if you are in this book and you're starting to see what it is, you won't get confused by these different wayward talks. And again, I will say, a righteous man slippeth in the tongue and not his heart. Some people make mistakes. You're going to make a mistake here and there. This book is huge. Its precepts are unlimited. It says that the knowledge is deeper than the ocean. So you're going to slip. You're going to mess up. You come back correct yourself. Ask for forgiveness and keep pushing. But also, double check. Just continue to double check. Some people won't. Some people will be too prideful to admit that they messed up. So don't get caught in that trap. A lot of people shall don't get caught in that trap. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 28, and it reads, the heart of the righteous studieth the answer, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things. See, just read, study, ask questions. I'm not in a point where I feel like I could just shell out a whole bunch of information, but I know if I have questions, I'll call the elder. I'll call the brothers a card. I have other brothers I call as well. I call and I can call. And I'm pretty sure it's the same thing for a lot of people viewing this as well. It's just, you gotta be a student so you don't get caught off guard with certain things being said. Because like what's going on with that one situation, and there's probably gonna be plenty more. And it's been a couple that I've seen again in this past couple years being in the truth. So you have to be, you gotta put that spiritual hedge up. Now, putting the spiritual hedge up is by doing good works and having faith and salachya, having faith and praying, and the Lord will give you that hedge. But that's something you gotta work on. And you doing that will protect you from wayward things. The book Ephesians chapter 4 verse 14, and it reads that we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro and carried by every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men and a cunning craftiness whereby they lie in wait to deceive. So being a student, checking what people are saying, going back into the Bible, go ahead and read it for yourself, reinforcing what you learn. It's gonna root you deeper and root you by that living water where you cannot be moved. You won't be tossed to and fro. You will not be confused. You won't be confused by certain situations. So I don't want to desire lessons edifying. They will give you some peace, and enlightening to you. You gotta give all praise and honor to my power Yahweh. Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Rakakadash. Shalom to the Akim Bagawaf, bind that to this video. That is peace to the brothers, sisters, and children to this video. Shalom.